new content, obviously. Like, you want to be able to make content based on the new game. Knowing that that's what people want to see. Knowing that that's, you know, what's gonna potentially grow your channel. It's like... Or you could be like me and play the same game for over 5 years. I guess.
Move! Sir, the captain needs you on the bridge ASAP. Better follow me. Get clear, Chief.
Don't keep it loaded, son. You'll have to find ammo as you go.
Those Marines could use some help, Chief. Do what you do best. Keep your head down. There's 2 of us in here now, remember?
What the hell? Did something just hit us? Move in! Back to the airlock! Taking fire! We could use a hand!
Covenant, on the landing above us.
All hands, this is the captain. Prepare to abandon ship. Combat teams, repel boarders until ops personnel are away. Reserve combat teams on decks 5 through 9. Fall back to
The life pods are launching. We should hurry. Warning, blast doors closing. We have to use the ship's maintenance access ways. Follow the nav point. It will lead you to an opening. It looks like the Covenant wanted to catch you napping. Chief? Chief, can you hear me? At last! Are you alright? Can you move? The others... the impact. There's nothing we can do.
4090 just to run Halo CE.
Warning. I've detected multiple Covenant dropships on approach. I recommend moving into those hills. If we're lucky, the Covenant will believe that everyone aboard this lifeboat died in a crash.
Honestly, I don't think this game is very GPU limited. Or like, I could buy a freaking 3090 right now and it wouldn't even boost my frames that much. No, maybe on the anniversary graphics. But nobody uses those anyway.
I'm reading a lifeboat beacon over the next hill. We should check to see if there are any survivors.
If you pay attention to that, you can do that. Where you actually kill them before you kill the Covenant. It's better that way. If you see them being like really close together, you can just nade them like that. I should try to pay more attention to that, because then it just means that this ship's gonna spawn instantly. Do I teabag? Yeah, I teabag in real life. Nah. No, but even in Halo, I basically never teabag. But isn't it interesting how just like somebody just repeatedly clicking their thumbsticks can have such a big like reaction on some people. I've definitely seen different kinds of teabagging. You know, playing Halo. You know, there are the people who just do it for fun. You know, noobs who just run around the map and just teabag everybody. But then there are also those who get really salty. And they teabag you because they get really salty. Dude, slow teabagging is the classy way of doing it, right? Like, if I ever teabag anybody, that's definitely the way to do it.
Someone built it, so it must lead somewhere. I've hacked into the Covenant battle network. They're actually broadcasting tactical data on unencrypted channels. We should show them, you know,
teabagging is more for fun, but when you see like people shoot your body, that's definitely salt. That's like pure salt when people start shooting your body.
company! I found him! That one's free! There's another one! Ah!
Yo, I'm like frame perfectly tied
There's new
with
traffic
BB.
on the Covenant battle network.
Dude, like
A
seriously.
lot more crew made it off the auto than I
Almost
had
frame
predicted.
perfectly
The
tied.
captain really gave them hell. If we can find Captain Keyes and the other survivors, we have a chance to coordinate an effective
Like I could literally
resistance.
play the game just by watching my PB video. That's how tight I am right now.
Lifeboat detected. No sign of survivors.
Okay, if I try really hard, let's see if I can get ahead.
Maybe they took cover in that structure. Let's check it out. We should search the interior of those structures before we leave.
I'm ahead. Yes.
We should search the interior of those structures before we leave.
I think I'm ahead by like a couple of frames. Yeah. Well, this is the part that really where we will see a huge gap merge, possibly. Oh, that was a nice shot.
Survivors detected. Marines are concealed in those rocks.
Yeah, see the gap that formed already? Like 5-second gap almost. No, but this is kind of fun to like... I feel like when I do this, where I constantly watch the
There's some
BB
Marines
video, it
hiding in
actually
the hills above the structure.
encourages me to try harder.
Fall back! Fall back! Nice shot! Careful, could be anywhere. Oh, this is it!
What are you doing? We have to stay with the Marines.
This is Fohammer. Cortana, do you read? Respond. We read you, Fohammer. We were unable to save the Marines. We're going to try to find the final lifeboat now.
See? Not so tough. Oh, crap! You like that?
Look how much time I can save at the end of this level. Pretty crazy.
That's the last of them. Roger that. I'm on my way.
New traffic on the Covenant BattleNet. I found Captain Keyes. He's being held on a Covenant cruiser, the Truth and Reconciliation, a ship I disabled before we abandoned the Autumn. The Truth and Reconciliation touched down on a desert plateau roughly 300 kilometers upspin. There's our ride. Get aboard and let's get out of here.
Welcome aboard, Master.
Yeah, this is definitely my last attempt now.
The enemy has captured captured Captain Keyes and are holding him aboard one of their cruisers, the Truth and Reconciliation. The ship is currently holding position approximately 300 meters above the other end of this plateau.
So how do we get inside the ship if it's in the air? The Corps issued me a rifle, not wings.
There's a gravity lift that ferries troops and supplies between the ship and the surface. That's our ticket in.
Once we get inside the ship,
Oh,
we
you
should
just
be
do
able
that
to
in
lock onto the
OBS.
tracking signal from Captain Keyes' neural impulse.
You just use a different screen capture for
Get
the
up, Marines!
video.
Go, go, go! The Corps ain't paying us by the hour!
Stick to the higher ground to the right. We should be able to recon the Covenant position without being spotted. I've detected Covenant stationary guns near the next pass. I recommend using your sniper rifle to take out the gunners while I call for Marine support.
Covenant forces detected up ahead. The path up on the left should let us sneak up around them.
Thanks for the great streams. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cortana to Echo 419, requesting reinforcements at our position. Roger, Cortana. Echo 419 on approach. Alert.
Thanks for the
Covenant
donation.
dropships are inbound.
Vertical Squid, appreciate that.
Sure, go ahead and dance. Oh yeah.
We've secured the area. Let's square away the grab lift. Marines, prepare for boarding action. Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
We're in. I've got a good lock on the Captain's CNI transponder. No Covenant defenses detected.
What? There's no Covenant here. Think maybe nobody's home. We got company. Damn it!
We should head back to the shuttle bay and call for evac.
What are you thinking? Over here!
The Covenant believe that what they call the silent cartographer
Hey, that's pretty good.
is somewhere under this island. The cartographer is a map room that will lead us to Halo's control center. The island has multiple structures and installations. One of them contains the map room.
We're approaching the LZ. It's gonna be hot. Get set to come out swinging. Touchdown! Hit it, Marines!
Go, go, go!
2142. That would definitely put that. Yeah. Actually, wait. I don't remember what my actual best split is. But this should be my new best split for that. I'm pretty positive. If Flinks wants commentary, okay. I will do some light commentary for this attempt.
It looks like there is a path into the interior of the island.
Plan is to go inside the building. With the Warthog, you can do a trick to get past the door that locks. I'll do it in a second.
There, in the cliff wall. I'll bet the silent cartographer is somewhere inside that facility. Covenant are putting up a real fight. The cartographer must be here. Don't let them lock the doors.
I'm gonna get plasmas from that elite. Now we just have to press this button and then go back up. And thankfully there's an overshield right here.
The cause would be a rail, not wings.
Like a double jackal. I'm not gonna go for that. Really unlucky. You basically can't go for that unless you like headshot both of those jackals instantly. Otherwise they'll have so much time to just delete your overshield. But you can do another nade stack there if you have enough overshield.
Cortana to Keys.
You need the overshield because you need 3 grenades, 3 frags to get to the
The Covenant have impeded our progress. We can't
to be able
proceed
to get
unless
to
we
the
disable this
platform.
installation security system.
And if you lose
Cortana to Echo 419. The Chief and I are topside, requesting pickup.
even a little bit of OS,
Understood. We're still en route to the objective.
you can die.
I may be out of contact when we get there. Here are your orders. I want you to use any means necessary to force your way into the facility and find Halo's control center.
Yeah, that's a good SC.
We have to get to the center.
Like overall, that's pretty good.
Failure, people, is not an option.
Echo 419.
Actually, dude, there were 2 commentary redeems.
LZ looks secure. LZ looks secure.
I completely
sir.
missed the
Nothing.
first one. Halo runs ILs don't have starting or ending cutscenes. It only times the, you know, part where you're actually playing.
This is as far as I can go. Roger that. We'll be able to find our way to the control
So this
center from here.
level is interesting. I'm just gonna have to get past this part first. And this part sucks sometimes. Like, this should be pretty straightforward, and it is, but... like, this elite aggroes through the wall. See that? So you have to be ready for him. Okay, so that was pretty easy. Now there's a trick here, which is pretty precise.
Interesting. The weather
Line up on the
patterns here
floor,
seem natural, not artificial.
then just
I wonder if the ring's
have
environment
to
systems are
move
malfunctioning.
correctly
Or if
here.
the designers wanted the installation to have inclement weather.
This is Fireteam Zulu requesting immediate assistance from any UNSC forces. Does anyone copy? Over.
So you just do like
I
a
didn't know
series
there were
of
any
small
human forces
movements,
left on this part of the ring.
Cortana to
just to
Fireteam
force the
Zulu. I
pilot
read
to
you.
make
Fireteam
certain
Zulu, this is
movements.
Cortana. Hold position. We're on our way.
Roger that. Make it quick.
And since the... so that trick only works because the Banshee spawn is always the same. So when you enter the loading zones, the Banshee always spawns in the same spot, facing the same way. So as long as you line yourself up on the floor in the same spot, you can easily force the Banshee to just like do the same movements every time. So it's definitely a good thing that that's not RNG based, because that would actually be super stupid. Oh yeah, and now the rest of the level doesn't spawn anything on the map. Like, this level is kind of a blessing for speedrunners because the level, you can still finish the level like without hitting any triggers. That's the only reason why you can actually do this. On a lot of the other levels you couldn't do anything like this, where you just literally skip everything. Which actually kind of funny because TB uses the exact same map from this level, but on TB you have to hit like pretty much every trigger just to be able to activate the ending trigger. But this level is the opposite from that. Now I'm gonna do another trick here that's just as precise as the first one. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. Get inside the control room. Or, you know, to the last button. So it's just a teleport. I didn't explain teleports yet. You do quite a lot of them on this in this run. The first one being the one on TNR with the Wraith. And then those Banshee teleports are really nice. They are pretty unforgiving. Like,
The last transmission from the captain's dropship was
you
from this
really
area.
have to
That was over 12
align
hours
them
ago.
properly to be consistent.
Locate Captain Keyes,
And
radio
even
in, and I'll
when
come pick
you
you up.
think you align it properly, it sometimes fails. So here I'm just getting inside the structure as quickly as possible. You can do a small nade boost to get up on the hill. Nothing fancy there really. But if you time this well, you can jump straight to the button there, but you have to jump like as late as possible. It's really hard to get the timing. Now I don't want to get hit by anything, because I want to do a nade jump like this. So that's actually one of my favorite tricks. There's a nice flow to it. So the trick there is not to jump. So you have to like jump from one beam to the other, but you don't actually press jump there, because that would be way too big of a jump. So what you do instead is you like uncrouch, and that bumps you just enough for you to like get to the other side. Now I just wanna make sure that this camo lasts all the way to the last room of this structure thingy. I wanna be able to do a nade jump without getting absolutely melted by flood. Now I need a plasma weapon. So this level is probably my second favorite level in the speedrun, but this last part is one of the worst parts in the game. Or, you know, it can be one of the worst parts, just because you have to kill 2 sentinels. But first of all, the flood spawns here are RNG. Whether I can get a plasma weapon is RNG. And then whether the flood are actually gonna kill me is RNG. Basically everything is RNG other than me actually shooting the sentinels. See, this is a freaking dumbass sentinel spawn. Because he spawned like way off into the distance. Well, that's fine. That was still somehow only 3 seconds from gold with that sentinel spawn, I don't know how. Now, shooting that guy's arm off will make him run faster. Which is why you do that. Now you just want to look at your radar, make sure he's actually following you properly. Get him all the way here. Now the good thing is that this guy is always a reviving flood. The flood who spawns with a plasma rifle at the start. So you can do a teleport with a reviving flood in this game. And that's one of the only flood teleports that's actually consistent. Or I should word that differently. The teleport itself is actually really easy. You don't really have to even do anything. Am I actually gonna die here? What the hell? But the random part is getting a reviving flood. So for the first door it's nice because the reviving flood is not actually RNG based. But for everything else it is. So this level is just running through the hallways without dying and then getting the blood bumps, basically. I'm like barely ahead of PB. My PB is so good. Like, god damn it.
Flood activity has caused a
You can do a flood bump here with a carrier. I mean, technically you can do with any flood, right? But the only reasonable way to get through this door is with a carrier, but I say reasonable, but I don't actually mean reasonable. Still a best split time. Nice.
Oh, hello.
You can do a jump. Nah, I missed it. I didn't want to completely risk that. But you can do like a very wide jump there to skip a trigger. Which would make this door open earlier. Original question. If I don't die here.
Good luck, Garrison Gobbler.
If I don't die here, I should be way ahead of PB.
Watch on twitch.tv Garish Goblin.
Okay, so that was pretty standard. Hey Youngdale, thanks for the $5. Appreciate that very much. And Kevin Len with $1. Thanks for that. So there's one flood bomb on this floor, which is very essential.
I would conjecture that the other species currently on the installation is responsible for releasing the flood. They seem most persistent in their attempts to access restricted areas.
You really want to wait for a checkpoint there. Because this is a random spawn. If that guy's a reviver or not, so if he's not a reviver, you have to be able to revert and try again. Of course, that time I didn't need to revert, which is great. And there, I actually never really explained that, but if you do that jump there, you don't spawn the flood in this area here. Which is really nice. There is a teleport here, which is kinda... It's not technically RNG, I don't think, but sometimes it's kinda finicky. Yeah, I had to try that multiple times to get it. And then it gave me a really short teleport too. But, you know, that was fine, whatever. That teleport is like a sub-pixel teleport or some stupid shit. Which means that you can't like really align it, or like you can't know if it's gonna work, basically. Like you can never be absolutely certain. So then you just have to kinda move your mouse just a tiny bit back and forth and then try again. There is a flood bump here you can get. Probably the riskiest one, I mean, unless you count some stupid shit like carrier bump, but this is a good spawn. Yeah, I got basically the best spawn there, which is a human flood from that tube, and it's a reviver. That's the only, basically the only way you can get that bump like without any risk, is because that guy spawns so quickly The other flood don't have like enough time to like surround you. This run is dumb. Like, this run is way too good. Something's gonna go wrong.
The energy barrier surrounding the index will deactivate when we reach the ground floor.
Like... yeah, there's like almost no way to improve this other than doing the carrier door. You know, or that's like the only big improvement. And SC, I guess.
Protocol requires that I take possession of the index for transport. Your organic form renders you vulnerable to infection. The index must not fall into the hands of the flood before we reach the control room and activate the installation.
So TB is kind of hard to explain, but you know, you go out of bounds and then you can... it triggers while you're out of bounds. And when you come back in bounds...
Look out!
you can continue the level as normal.
We can't let the monitor activate Halo. We have to stop him. We have to destroy Halo. According to my analysis of the available data, I believe the best course of action is somewhat risky. An explosion of sufficient size will help destabilize the ring, and will cut through a number of primary
one of those
systems.
sentinels got stuck in the wall, which is pretty bad actually.
Scale, however. A starship's fusion reactor
It's not gonna give me a checkpoint here.
I'm going to search what's left of the Covenant battlenet and see
sometimes
if I can
this
locate the
doesn't
pillar
work.
crash site. If the
But you
ship's
definitely
fusion
want to have a
reactors
checkpoint
are still
here.
relatively intact, we can use them to destroy Halo.
But that worked fine. You can line up some grenades to flip the Banshee. That wasn't the best flip possible, but that was fine.
I haven't located the crash site yet, but we need to buy some time, in case the Monitor or his Sentinels find a way to activate Halo's final weapon without the index. Let's get moving. The nav point marks our target.
Another commentary
The
redeemed.
machinery in these canyons are Halo's primary firing mechanisms. They consist of 3 phase pulse generators that amplify Halo's signal and allow it to fire deep into space. The power levels are enormous. I can't even begin to calculate the pulse's range. That's the pulse generator.
I'm gonna go out of bounds with a Banshee. I really hope I get a checkpoint before I do it,
The pulse generator
in
has
case it
overloaded.
fails.
Scanning. The generator's central core is offline. Well done. So, if we damage or destroy these generators, the Monitor will need to repair them before Halo can be used. That should buy us some time. Move out and I'll mark the target with the nav point when we get closer. I'm marking the location of the nearest pulse generator with the nav point. We need to move in and neutralize the device. Wait, we should commandeer one of those Banshees. We'll need it to reach the pulse generator in time.
Now I'm gonna hit some triggers. And I can't miss any of them.
Head through that door. That's the way to the next canyon.
If I miss a single one, you know, it's really bad. Because you can't know if you miss them or not. There's no feedback of any kind. So I think I hit all of them, honestly. Yep. Now I go here. This is where I started this entire thing from. I want to come back here. I think I hit that. I think so.
That did it. The pulse generator overloaded. One more to go.
Now what I have to do is basically load
I've
this
located the
area
Pillar of Autumn.
so I can actually
Put
finish
down
the level.
1,200 kilometers upspin. Energy readings show her fusion
So I have to
reactors
come
are
all the way
still
here.
powered up. The systems on the Pillar of Autumn have failsafes even I can't override without authorization from the captain. We'll need to find him, or his neural implants, to start the fusion core detonation. One target remaining. Let's take care of the final pulse generator.
Now I can fly to the tunnel, like while being out of bounds. Yo, GamePro, have you not seen this route? This is your first time seeing this route.
Leads to the next section of canyon.
It's
The
not like
final
a...
pulse generator we need to destroy is through there.
I haven't even timed it myself, but Cambid, he's a guy who's been doing PBILs recently. Like, apparently you can save like maybe 10 seconds with that. Now you can actually get the Banshee through the door.
Yarwin and Son.
Like that. And you have to hit these triggers on the bridge. But my Banshee health is actually really good. So I don't really need to worry about that, I don't think. This level's been going okay so far. Nothing that bad. Now you have to have like 5 flood die in this area. So you just want to make sure you're in a flood die. Otherwise these enemies won't spawn. And then there's a trigger right there that you have to hit. Now the level's basically done. That was pretty successful TB. Like, that was obviously not You know, I basically just tried to not fuck up anything.
Final target neutralized.
I could do that so much faster. Like if I really tried, but it's still like gold. Okay. One second gold.
Don't be a fool. Leave me.
Captain? Captain? I've lost it.
I need this guy to follow me. He's being slow for some reason. Like really slow, what the hell? And then you can... So that's just another flood bump, just like on library. Now this level is actually the shortest level in the run. Wait. Best split time by a fucking minute? Okay, I guess that makes sense.
No human life signs detected. The captain, he's one of them.
This run is gonna fail so hard. Like, basically nothing has gone wrong on this entire run. Like, something's gonna fucking fail. Something has to fail. Like, oh, I don't have time to drink.
It's done. I have the code. We should go.
I'm gonna switch back to average.
Let's go back to
oh, that's not average.
Find a ride.
I don't want to look at PB splits, honestly. I'd rather look at average splits. Because then I'm not actually sure how much ahead I am. So I'm probably ahead by like 5 seconds right now. Yeah, this level is really short. It's just one trick, and the end of the level is basically where the start of the level is, or like really close. So literally just you just do one flood bump to skip the entire level almost.
What the hell?
Yo, Flying Frog, thanks for the bits.
We need to get to the bridge. From there, we can use the captain's neural implants to initiate an overload of the ship's fusion engines. The explosion should damage enough systems below it to destroy the ring.
I took that so slowly. I didn't wanna fuck up anything. I had to take that so slowly. So losing overshield there is fine because I still have full health. I still have full health, so that's fine. Should be fine anyway.
Engine room located. We're here. Alert! The monitor has disabled all command access.
It's just I have really low health now, which can be a problem if I get unlucky enough.
Reactors. That should do enough damage to destroy Halo. Don't worry, I have access to all of the reactor schematics and procedures. I'll walk you through it. First, we need to pull back the exhaust couplings. That will expose a shaft that leads to the primary fusion drive core. Good! Step 1 complete. We have a straight shot into the fusion reactor. We need a catalyst explosion to destabilize the magnetic containment surrounding the fusion cell.
What the hell?
Use an explosive. I recommend a grenade or rocket. If you run out of explosives,
I somehow didn't have enough time.
YouTube. I was
That's
here.
weird.
Analyzing.
I mean, I guess, okay, I guess that makes sense.
Use explosives on the other
Because, yeah, I couldn't do the combo jump.
Explosion of the engines.
You know, the combo with the rocket and grenade. Which, you know, slows you down by like a couple seconds.
Cortana to Echo 419. Come in, Echo 419.
Yeah, that's okay. That's like tiny time loss, honestly.
The Pillar of Autumn's
That's
engines are
okay.
going critical, Fohammer. Request immediate extraction. Approach the crash site and be
Yeah,
ready to pick us up at external access junction.
So I wouldn't say
4C
that
as soon as you
this
get
mod
my
has been
signal.
good, but it has been good enough.
What the hell?
Right.
Going on station. Echo 419 to Cortana. Things are
I always get
going
really
down
upset
there.
when I don't get
Everything
good
okay?
mods, like
Negative.
on good
We have a
runs, because
wildcat destabilization of
feels
the
like
ship's
I'm throwing
fusion
away
core. The engines
the
must have
opportunity.
sustained more damage than we thought.
Analyzing. We have 5 minutes before the fusion drives detonate. We need to
No,
evac now. Activating final countdown.
This
timer.
run can still die very easily,
The
trust me.
engines will detonate. The explosion will generate a temperature of almost 100
Okay, so what I'm gonna
million
try to do,
degrees. Don't.
I saw somebody mention it, is I'm gonna switch between classic and new graphics multiple times before the frame drops usually happen. I don't know if that actually helps, but I don't lose any time by doing that. You know, if I just do this a couple of times. And, well,
What's wrong with you?
even without the frame drops, there's like one part that can just outright kill you with no warning, with no way to avoid it. You know, you see these flames here? Right before the end, there's a hallway where you splatter flood, and if one of the flood drops a grenade and it happens to land in the fire, it instantly explodes and you get flipped over and you can just die instantly. It's possible. It usually doesn't happen, but it's possible.
What the hell?
Yo, thanks for all the bits. I'm gonna look at them after this is done.
Garish, I will sue you for giving me cardiac arrest.
Wait, stop.
Well, this
is
driving
where
has been
Fohammer is
okay.
coming to pick us
You
up.
got this,
Hold
fam.
position here.
That was a 3:01 at the cutscene, or you know that
Cortana to Echo 419.
when
Echo
the timer went
419.
away.
She's gone. Calculating alternate escape route. Ship's inventory shows one longsword fighter is still docked in launch base 7.
360 swag,
If we move now, we can make
360
it.
swag, 360 swag, 360 swag, 360 swag.
What the hell?
360 swag indeed. That's what I'm gonna be doing. If you drive off of this
What the hell?
platform, you know, by just going straight, it's possible that your hog is just going to nosedive like crazy.
Hello,
Gap in
YouTube.
the trench.
Which is
At
why
top
you can
speed,
do a
should be
spin.
able to clear it.
You can do a spin to negate that effect.
I are winning, son.
So this is where you can die and explode.
That's the ship. Move! We need to get aboard now!
Frame dropper of the GLOD.
Nice barrels. Even though the frame drop was crazy.
What the hell?
Okay, I'm actually fucking done. I just actually PB'd by a minute.
We're cutting it close.
I actually just PB'd by a fucking minute.
What the hell?
Here we go.
What the f...
Come here, you mother...
Okay. I don't think I'm ever gonna beat that run unless I start doing carrier bump, which I don't think I wanna do that. Or unless, you know, dude, people have to find new strats. Other than carrier bump strats. I have no idea how to do that.
Shut them down. Make them land.
Obviously, there are things to improve there, like
Fancy a look?
you know, like SC, I lost maybe 10 seconds. EB, even though that was a gold, TB can be done way faster than that, because that was like a 9-minute TB. But if you want to have a consistent TB,
Did
that's
anyone else make it?
hard to really cut much
Yeah.
time from that.
Just dust and echoes. We're all that's left. We did
Actually,
what we
wow,
had to do.
that run was
for
actually,
Earth. An
for the
entire
first
Covenant
time
armada obliterated, and the
in my
Flood.
life, I can say that
We
run
had no
was
choice.
that run was actually good.
Halo. It's finished.
No.
Like, holy shit, I
think
didn't
we're
make
just
any
getting
mistakes
started.
anywhere, I don't think. I didn't crack under pressure in any way. Fully knowing I was a minute ahead going into fucking Maw. And I even got good RNG on library and everything. Oh hey. EB splits.